around for us.
Hey, keep us
Now guys,
safe.
I also want to make sure everyone is safe.
Why?
Yes. So, everyone that has a small child in your party whose feet do not yet touch the ground, make sure they're seated towards the center of the road, away from the outer gates. We are on our way, guys. Let's wave goodbye. Safety rules, very important, guys, that you remain seated whenever the tram is moving, keeping your arms, your legs, everything inside of the tram at all times. Also, if you look above your head, there's an emergency cord located on the center above your head. If there's any kind of emergency, just go ahead and hold the cord, and Compton will stop the tram for us. I'll get off and assist you. Only if it's an emergency. There are water effects, there are fire effects, such as tram movements, and yes, the possibility that you will be getting wet. So protect your cameras, hold on to all your loose items. Now guys, this year, 2012, marks our 100th anniversary. Big milestone, 100 years. Yeah. Movies here at Universal Studios, one of the oldest studios in Hollywood. Now, with our 100th anniversary, is the introduction to our new logo, which I would like to show you right now. You can see this new logo at the beginning of all of our movies from here on. I was going to start with the Lorax, which I think I was going to ago. Now, we're taking down our timeline right now. We can see some of the most iconic movies that our studios produced throughout the years. And at the top of each poster,
congratulations to Universal on celebrating its 100th anniversary.
Thank you, Dan. Now, one of the films that should be here in our timeline, and it's not, my favorite Universal film is called The Bellhop.
Did you hear that? Mrs. Barrett.
Not quite done, but soon. Very good.
Back to the Future.
Hello. Yes? Any bottle of champagne sent to the room at once. And make sure that we are not disturbed for any reason.
Classic movie, that was Jimmy Fallon. It's actually going to be our co-host here today on the tour in that little clip, and it just goes to show that a lot of things here in Hollywood are not quite what they seem. A lot of things here have been based on illusions, and you guys are going to be seeing lots of examples of that here today on our tour. This is no illusion. This is our studio. We made it, guys. We left the theme park behind. Welcome to our front office. We have 35 different sound stages. On your left, one of the biggest sound stages in the world. That's sound stage 12. It's actually big enough to hold a football field. Some of the biggest blockbusters in movie history are filmed right inside of that sound stage. Classics like Dracula, Frankenstein. Scarface.
Yeah.
That's really good. Big movies like Snow White and the Huntsman, which go through our sound stage 27 now. Here on your left, sound stage 25 is our busiest sound stage. Busy because it's home to one of the most popular television shows in America. We're talking about CSI starring Ted Danson and Elizabeth Shue. They're a huge production here at Universal. They occupy all of the sound stages here on your left, 22 through 25. And CSI is normally what we call a closed set that is cast and specially invited guests are only allowed access, but all of you here today on the tour can be VIP if you want. Next time you come to Universal, ask about our VIP experience where you get the opportunity to step off the tram and walk around inside of some of these sound stages at the back lot. You get a whole new perspective on the studio. Now, our oldest soundstage is over here on your right. This is soundstage 28. It was built way back in 1925. That's where it actually still does house the St. Paris Opera House in the classic movie of the opera. Starring Lon Chaney. Now, since then, you notice a little theme here. A lot of from Apollo 13 there, another Oscar-winning director, and How the Grinch Stole Christmas, that's one of his films. Now, guys, we all know Ron Howard today as a director and producer, but some of you guys might remember him as an actor, right?
Yes.
From Andy Griffith's show, Happy Days, Richie Cunningham.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of classic television, we here at NBC University have played television history. Going all the way back to the year 1939. That's when the New York City was there. We had our first live televised transmission. Now, since then, as you can see in this montage, lots of great television throughout the years. On your right is where we film most of these television shows. These are our television sound stages. And actually, over here on your right is sound stage number 4. That's where we filmed the hit from Parenthood starring Victor Nelson and Tram. Now, TV shows like they work on a very fast-paced schedule. But some
Hey, Scooby-Doo! Yeah!
Shaggy, Daffy,
Hey, Scooby!
celebrity girl. Alright, guys. Sure. Check this out. These are our bungalows. These are our production bungalows, and they're offices for some of the top writers, producers, and directors here in Hollywood. Now, when you think of iconic directors, you think of Alfred Hitchcock, right? Well, yeah, she used to work out of these bungalows many years ago.
No, I never think Hitchcock's office actually a drawing. A museum. Very excited just to know that he was there and walk by and know he was in that office. Hitchcock has influenced every director. I saw Hitchcock once walking around the commissary. Hitchcock had his bungalow on the lot. I used to go see Alfred Hitchcock.
I loved working with him. I highly respect him. He really understood fear and terror. Birds? That was a really scary movie.
Birds? Oh, man. That had...
Guys, there it is, $51.95. This is what I'm doing.
Look at that crow was like for the next 10 years.
Psycho, of course. Vertigo. Those are all-time great masterpieces. Hitchcock was master.
Alright, guys, well, that pretty much concludes our tour. That concludes the tour of the front lot. Which, yes, we got Hitchcock's office, we've got the sound stages and the golf carts and the trucks. Well, here's the beginning of the tour of the back lot, which I promise you, a lot more exciting, a lot more to see. That's simply because it's where we filmed everything. Outside. Now, what you guys are seeing here on your right, these are Metro sets. Brand new, I should say, Metro sets. And that's because, right about 4 years ago, we had a big fire here at our backlot, burned down this entire area. Right? As you can see, it's all been rebuilt. It's bigger, it's better than ever. And, you know, these buildings, these are not buildings that you see, they're actually what we call facades, the front and sides of buildings. And that's because that's all the camera really needs to see to let your imagination fill in the rest. Now, what may appear to be brick and stone is yet another Hollywood illusion. It's really foam rubber fiberglass.
Did Spike Lee do some movie here?
Spike Lee did do The Inside Man.
Brooklyn?
Remember that movie? Not Brooklyn, no. He does a lot of his movies on location in New York.
Oh, yeah.
But you know, a lot of his movies were Universal movies, Do the Right Thing in Brooklyn. But this is actually Brownstone Street, which you just saw a little clip there from all the movies that have shot here on Brownstone Street. It's characterized by those stoops and brownstones you often see in movies. Like this one, that's Jim Carrey and Bruce Almighty with the dog.
Oh, you're done now.
Now that was modern Buffalo, New York, the setting, which of course was filmed right here on our Brownstone Street. So you can see that in our Metro sets, they can double as pretty much any city we want, any time period we want, just by changing the signs around it, and set decorating in the windows. Now this next area we're going to show you has many different time periods in one movie.
Back to the Future.
Back to the Future.
What about Batman? Gotham City?
As you can see, it's been in many other movies throughout the years. Classics like To Kill a Mockingbird. Once again, Bruce Almighty filmed all over Metro sets as well. All right, now here is a little tidbit Back to the Future.
It was actually the back lot of Courthouse Square that inspired the entire climax to Back to the Future.
I had scenes up in the clock tower on that ledge. There was a ledge about that wide, and I was standing inside looking at the ledge, and I already had vertigo. I just thought there's no way in the world, no way I'm going to stand on that. I was up there for quite a while. Of course, I had a cable.
All right, now this next street we're going to take you down is the most filmed street in the world. It really is. It's called New York Street. More movies, more television shows, more music videos, more commercials have shot on this street than any other part of the world. And speaking of New York, here is our co-host once again, Jimmy Fallon, who of course got his start on SNL.
Hey everyone, welcome to New York. I got my start right here in New York on Saturday Night Live. This is actually my old neighborhood. Once got mugged over there. An old woman, tough lady. This is my favorite hot dog guy. Hey buddy, how's it going? Remember me? No. Just like old times. Gotta love New York City. Hey, I'm walking here. Yeah, it's cool guys. I was just, just walking there. So it's not exactly New York, but a lot of times when you see New York in the movies, it was shot right here on the Universal Metro sets. If you can make it here, you can make it anywhere. Even if you make it here on the Universal lot.
So true, Jimmy. TV shows like NCIS, it's filmed here on our Metro sets, and of course blockbuster movies like The Amazing Spider-Man, which comes out this summer, and Transformers, which I love. Speaking of Transformers will be coming to life here at Universal Studios. Actually, it is coming to life here at Universal Studios. It's open. Yes. Definitely check it out before the end of your day. All right, guys.
It's the original King Kong that made me want to direct movies. I saw that movie on TV when I was 8 or 9 years old. I wanted to become a filmmaker. I like films that just take you away from your real life and sweep you up an adventure. Kong literally does that. I mean, you're on board a ship, you're sailing to a lost island, you're encountering monsters and creatures from prehistoric times. So I'm thrilled when Universal came back to Star Island, and it's great to have you along for the ride. Now we have created this 3D immersive experience, so you're going to put your glasses ready. Don't put them on yet, but just have them in your hand because we're about to return to Star Island. We really put a lot of thought into the character and personality of Kong. He's so much more than a monster. In fact, he's not a monster. He is an incredibly majestic, ancient creature. He's a force of nature. He's old, he's wise, he's proud, he's fierce, and obviously he has a heart. The most important feature with Kong are his eyes. Kong's eyes are wonderfully expressive. They're full of emotion. His eyes are giving into his personality and his heart. He's had an enormous number of encounters with his foes, the T-Rexes and the various dinosaurs on Skull Island, so he's been beaten up, scarred, chewed up, spat out by the dinosaurs of various dinosaurs. Glasses on, everybody. We're back in Skull Island.
cars. Some of the most famous picture cars in movie and television history.
Oh, that's fun. Oh, look at Frank's car. Oh, the back to the picture car.
The iconic time machine DeLorean. That is one of 15 DeLoreans that were used in the Back to the Future trilogy. And of course, you can't talk picture cars without mentioning Fast and the Furious. They are 5 deep in that franchise. A 6th one is on its way. And you know, movie makers really do rely on these picture cars to supercharge their films, and adding just the right vehicle in some cases can make a big Hollywood blockbuster. That's especially true of these car-centric movies like Fast and Furious.
Fast and the Furious. Ja Rule all one, yeah, yeah.
Now they'll often use, you know, what we talked about, motion control technology and CGI to create those amazing special effects, bringing these seemingly impossible stunts to life. This is an example of pre-viz, pre-visualization. Now we actually have a wonderful opportunity right now to take you behind the scenes of Fast and the Furious. We're going to take you onto our special effects stage 50, just ahead of us, where we actually have a little stunt show set up for you guys here today.
What type of budget is that for special effects?
All right, fire them up! We go live in 5. It's time for ignition.
This is our special effects stage 50. It's still dressed like the 3rd Fast and the Furious movie, Tokyo Drift, which was one of the best ones. This is the first one that director Justin Lin directed, and he has since directed all of them. He directed the 5th one and all of them. And here we have a couple of those picture cars. We're all geared and ready for this little show. So let's check it out.
Clear on the set. Let's see the bullet hits. And go. Smoke. Go. Fire. Go. Okay, we're clear for a full run through. All systems checked. This one's for real, guys, so watch out. And action.
Example of the motion control robotics take cowboys.
I don't trust that.
Okay. Oh, well done. Now don't be shy. That's cool.
And this is rap.
Yeah.
time, I want y'all to give it up for Carnage and dancing cars, not something we get to see every day. Here's something else we don't get to see every day. Dinosaurs. That is, unless you go to a place we call Jurassic Park. Just ahead of us is where we keep a lot of the set pieces that were featured in the Lost World Jurassic Park and Jurassic Park 3. Now, one of my favorite set pieces, you're seeing it right now, the RV Lab is featured in the Lost World. It's actually right over here on your left.
Oh, I remember that one.
Now, you guys might remember the scene where it dangled off the cliff of Julianne Moore, Vince Vaughn, and Jeff inside. There it is. Now, that was on a little house of Hollywood illusion. That was not Nicholas Sparks. Ladies and gentlemen, they are coming out of it. Don't worry, you'll all get some love. All right, now, yes, that was actually a parking structure that they just looked like a cliff. Now, another illusion in that scene was the rain. The rain in that scene, not real rain. And whenever you see, whenever you see it raining in a movie or a TV show, rarely is it ever the real deal. You can't just snap your fingers and make it rain on cue. So what they do is they bring on a sprinkler system to make it look like it's raining, or a snow machine to make it look like it's snowing. And speaking of weather, we actually have Al Roker who's going to give us our forecast today.
Hi everybody, here's today's forecast for the Universal Backlot. It's going to be sunny and dry in 6 Points, Texas. Cool and cloudy in Little Europe. Expect snow and sleet on New York Street, and we've got a high chance of fog and precipitation for Skull Island, Amity Island, and Island Noir. That's your forecast for today. Now here's a look at what's going on in your neck of the block.
Guys, this is Old Mexico. It's not one. Now, that's sort of like thunder, right?
Oh, there it is.
Okay, guys.
Fancy.
I know. It looks bad. It sounds bad. I'm no weather expert, but I do know a thing or two. Now, flash floods are usually preceded by a low rumbling sound, which I do not hear, so no need to worry, no need to panic. But I wanted to stop here to tell you about some of the cool things that are filmed here as of late, like the TV show Community House. You know, real in an episode here. What? Sit down. Thank you. Yes, that was our fake flash flood, ladies and gentlemen. Another weather effect. See, it's like big fat lunch. Alright, yes, we'll be filmed in Old Mexico, which will take you through more of Old Mexico a little bit later on in our tour. Also, Shameless with William H. Macy also did an episode there. Great show. Alright, well, we're going to take you north of the border. We're going to take you back to the States, but this time it's in Denver Street. This is the Wild Wild West, if you will. Now, all of those, Denver Street reminds me of all those bar brawls you often see in the movies. Those bar brawls where cowboys would get thrown through windows and bottles would be smashed over your heads. Well, all of that was yet another illusion. Professional stunt guys that would do a lot of these stunts. And windows, for example, that they'd be thrown at them, not real glass, not made of real glass. They're made of what we call candy glass, sugar glass. Bar stools were smashed over each other's heads, not real wood, made of what we call balsa wood. And here's some of those bar brawls here on Denver Street.
Well, maybe you're just things up here.